We now return to Let's Play Harvest Moon. So I've gone ahead and cleared out a little bit of my land, expanded things just a bit, and we're going to, before I go to bed for the first night, come in here and trade out some of my items so that I can plant some crops. First thing I'm going to do is plant the grass. There's not really a reason to do that, but we're going to do it anyway. So you have to stand in the middle because he'll spread it around in a 3x3 square. And here we go. The fun and excitement of watering. Do I have to water the grass? Or is it, I guess it just grows on its own. The dirt isn't changing color. Just in case, though, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit down, but I think actually it grows on its own. So really all I'm doing here is wasting stamina. So let's go back in and get the turnips. I'm probably going to stick with turnips for a while. They take 4 days to grow. I kind of did a bad thing by not selling anything this first day, just having like the berries or whatever, because right now I've got 100 gold in my pocket, and if I had gotten 300 I could buy more turnips tomorrow, and thereby I would be ahead a day on the crops. So we're gonna have to try and get a bunch of good stuff to sell. I think that the herbs actually do sell for quite a bit. I'm not sure that it's going to be a viable thing to go all the way into the cave, all the way back to sell it. We probably only get one, maybe two in a day doing that. So what I think I'll do, during Sunday, that peddler does come by, and he buys things for like twice the price. So maybe it would behoove me to go in there, grab one, sell it that way. I don't know. All I do know is that we're going to bring the dog in, and we're going to just keep doing what we're doing for a while. I need to at least try to get one more turnip going. I don't know offhand what the various things cost. Can I find that out? Is there? No, latest funds, 110. Oh, well, the 10 came from digging up a coin by accident. Where do I find that out? I'd love to know what things sell for. I've found resources online, of course, that mention the crops. They don't mention what the wild things sell for. I don't think this does either. Okay, well, we'll just have to make do. I think there's a thing where if you hug the dog enough, you get something? I don't remember offhand. Anyway, yes, right in the diary. And away we go. Alright. Sunny and calm the whole day. Bring the dog out. And I could go talk to all the townsfolk. Like I say, though, it doesn't really matter who I talk to, because it's only the girls that really matter as far as the relationships go and trying to get married and getting points at the end and the best ending, etc., etc. So, what I'm going to do actually is come in here real quick, because I need to know how much money I have to save up. I'm sure it is considerable. Well, okay. He's going to tell me, though. He'll show up tomorrow, and I'll invariably disappoint him. One thing I am going to do, and I know I'm just wasting time here, but I'm going to come back here and fish. I did not want to throw away that fish, or eat the fish, rather, because if you throw it back into the pond, you get something. It is also, of course, something that you can sell. Okay. Fish. This time, don't eat it. Wander over here. Toss it back in. I'm the spirit here. Water imp. You gave my fish back. You are a good man. I give you this. You become fine. Yes. So now... Okay, go away. I've got a berry of power. Now my stamina has increased. Might have been a little bit nice to have had that. Oh, hello. I live in the mountains, hunting animals. Eve always tells me to come down to the town, but I won't change my lifestyle. I believe that is her grandpa, then? Anyway. So Eve actually does love the wild grapes. So we can grab one as a gift before I go in to town in the evening. Right now, however, I am more concerned with coming out here and tossing this into the bin. And we have to do this a few times. Hasn't been lunch yet, so I might get 2 or 3 trips in here. Oh, there's lunch right now. So maybe a 3rd trip. Maybe. I kind of screwed around a little bit with that fish. Actually, the fish... Now, I don't believe, like, Stardew Valley breaks down everything you sold, and so you can see what it's all worth. I don't believe this game does. I believe it is far more simplified than that. But, I can at least sell this, and divide by whatever I can divide by. I don't know. I don't think I'll get a 3rd one, to be honest. The color of the evening, or the color of the day, has changed. So, I'll just divide by 2, and we will thereby extrapolate what a wild grape is worth. Now, I could go into town, just to talk to people. Just to build up relations. I am pretty sure, though... Oh, wait, yep. 300G, okay. So, 2 berries is enough to buy me a new turnip. See, so that's totally worth it. Unfortunately, now that the money has come in the evening, I can't make it to the shop. Let's go into town anyway. I just want to see what the shop hours are. Okay, it doesn't tell me. But one thing I can do now that it's nighttime is go grab a berry and give it to Eve. I did collect 250 some wood. Really what I would be doing myself is spending probably not so much doing a big bunch like that, but rather maybe chop. Well, so you get 6 wood from a stump, and at full stamina you can chop like 6, I would say. So, given that there are 30 days in a season, if you just do basically a batch of stump chopping, hold still. Okay. Oh boy. You'll get to the amount of wood that you need. I don't think it behooves me to talk to anyone there. I'm pretty sure 2 talks and a gift are not going to be enough to increase the heart. Yeah. It's going to take a while. In fact, there's a spring festival coming up. I think that's where the really big push is going to come from. And that may be something that I want to try out. So, I do have 300. That allows me to get a turnip going for the next round. The next day. May as well, actually, let's see if I can smash that with my current hammer. You know what? I'm going to wait on that, actually. I feel like there's a glitch that I seem to recall that is required. Like, you have to do it during a certain time of day or something. I also forgot to mention, the reason I put this plot here in the middle, of course, is because it's right in between my bin and the water. Might actually, given that the harvest really only happens so infrequently, it might be better to just go over there. Get a little bit closer for my next batch of crops. Oh, there's a coin. Cool. Now, another thing too, apparently there are 2 of those stamina berries hidden on the farm somewhere, and they're just random as you dig along. So it might behoove me at some point, probably off camera, to just go through and dig. Pain in the butt. Waste of stamina, but just doing a little bit every night, you never know, something might pop up, and that'd probably, in the end, be good for me. I don't know how big of a deal a couple berries are for your stamina. but I think they are kind of important. Okay, well, we can't really do much else, so I'm not going to waste any more... Come here. I'm not going to waste any more time collecting resources this evening. So, we've already watered everything. Alright, first thing we're going to do is run into town. Okay. Is it another thing, too, that maybe leaving the dog outside in the evening... If you leave him in the rain, I don't think he's too pleased with you, but I think if you leave him outside, he keeps foxes away, which are what destroy your fences. And ultimately, if you leave your animals out overnight... oh, hello. It costs 5,000 G to enlarge it. No. But we will. We will hopefully have enough money to do that. Now, that's another thing, too. I don't recall which level. There are 2 different levels of the house that you need. And I don't recall if the... Oh, I forgot to bring my hammer along. I don't recall if the... Because it takes time. It takes time for them to build on your house. So I can't just, like... Hold on a minute. Oh, I can buy 2. Excellent. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, I don't recall Jesus, I don't even remember what I was saying. How long it takes for them to build a home. Because obviously if it takes, say, a little bit more time than I would otherwise give myself, I want to be making as much money as possible. Because I'm pretty sure that the resource requirement for the second level is twice what the first level is, which means quite a large amount of money. And all I'm doing it for is that watch, which, I mean, is nice, but really, I can kind of gauge the amount of time that I've got anyway. Now it's noon, so I'll get in. It always seems to be noon right at this screen, which means I'll make one more. I'll manage to make one more trip. A fish... You know what? Let's try and get that fish. I bet I'd have enough time just for a fish. And that way we can kind of determine what this is going to get me. Hopefully I've got enough time. Hopefully we get a fish and not a boot. Yay! So now we can determine what this is going to be worth. That'll be good. If nothing else, it allows me to maximize my Sundays. Because with the Sundays, I'll be able to sell my crops for double. Now, this little layout that I've got going here, the reason I've got it at 8 squares instead of 9 is because, unlike in Stardew Valley, where you can walk through things, you cannot walk through your crops here. So just make sure I've got my guys out here. Oh, there he is. 450. So a fish is actually quite a bit. A fish is 300. Well, awesome. So that's cool. I guess what that means then is that I will be utilizing, I don't know, maybe fishing? Like I said, though, on a Sunday, when I can take it to the peddler, that would be really worthwhile. Unfortunately, now the watering process is going to be very slow. There are ways that you can get golden tools, upgrades, and they do special things. The sprinkler, for example, sprinkles in a 3x3 area, which is cool. It means, however, that you either have to then make 7 squared plots. Oh, we had a water. So that you can get into the middle and thereby get all of them. Or having them like this means I can sit here, and I can get this whole little area here, stand in here, get here. It's somewhat inefficient. I don't really know which uses less water, but of course that one extra tile means that you get one extra crop to sell, and that ultimately, depending on how many you get, can be quite a lot. So I can go buy more now. Should I be... See, I also want to have... This is the problem, right? I don't know exactly where I'm going with how much of the money I'm going to have, because if I'm saving up in order to get that watch, it means I'm not going to have money to basically buy animals. And that's not true, because there is the fall season. And fall season is pretty much... There are no fall crops. There's spring and summer crops. So fall is for your animals. Now, if I'm lucky, I can afford a chicken. I might be able to do that. Because, like I said, this is a lot of money that we're going to be just chucking in. And, yeah, we'll find out. I suppose I could find an optimized walkthrough to read and find out, but don't really want to go that far with it. Yes? Homemade juice, uh-huh. Where's my kiss? What? Okay. So that gives me a bit more money. 2 more plots worth of money, in fact. You know what? Let's go grab that hammer real quick and smash that open. I'm going to actually grab my other tools as well, too. I may as well use my stamina for tonight. And did this get... Yeah, okay. I'm pretty... I thought it did, but, you know. So let's grab the hammer. Let's also grab the hoe, because I want to make another plot. And where am I going to put this plot? I guess I can put the plot right here. That stamina berry in the cave, I think I'm going to have to wait until the earthquake happens. Earthquake is also going to open up something else on my farm. Ah, hey. Excellent. A little bit more stamina. Great. Cool. So let's go smash that chicken. Wait a minute. I was going to wait on that, wasn't I? Because I need to find out the conditions. I don't know if it's during the day, if it's at night. There is a thing. I'm going to have to read it. But anyway, there's another one in that chicken. So that would be 3 right off the bat. That's pretty good. I would like to have another plot of grass. I would. But, well, because that's going to leave me 50. But if I do buy another... What is grass? Was grass... oh boy, I don't even remember. I'm going to have to just have something open here, I think, as I look through. Just so I can keep track on all this. I said I wasn't going to go optimum play, but now I can't do otherwise. Thursday, 4th of spring. I don't know if birthdays aren't a thing in this either. It's always just the festivals. So we're going to go to bed. And here it is. So is that, let's see, I planted, is it a day of growth? Or does the day of planting count as well? I guess we'll find out as soon as I exit the door. We'll see if I've got a crop to sell, which would actually be very nice. But we're not going to do that now. I'm going to end this one here. I'll see you next time.